We looked at verse 17, and I want to read verse 17 and 18 of Philippians 2 for you this morning again. Even if I am to be poured out as a drink offering upon the sacrificial offering of your faith, I am glad and rejoice with you all. Likewise, you also should be glad and rejoice with me. 4 times there, he uses some terms to reference the idea of joy, gladness, happiness, right? Glad and rejoice, glad and rejoice. He highlights those 4 times just in 2 short verses. All that joy, all that gladness rallies around the mutual sacrifice that they are both giving, Paul and the Philippians, in the life of ministry. So yesterday I mentioned to you that if you're going to spend your life doing something, you might as well, to use the Greek term here for poured out as a drink offering, you might as well spendo it, right? You might as well spendo it. Paul here is in Rome. He's seeing his life as like it's a present passive. He's sacrificing not so much in his death in this verse. He's sacrificing his life. He's giving himself, and he's saying that his sacrifice and their sacrifice converge paradoxically to yield what? Joy. See, it's not just about, oh, I'm exhausted. I spent myself in ministry. I browbeat myself for the sake of the kingdom. I did everything I could, and now I'm all exhausted. I'm spent. It's not that kind of an idea. It's that you're spent, and it is life-giving. You're spent, and it's joyful. You're spent, and you have poured yourself out well in mutual sacrifice. And Paul's saying, when you spend yourself for the sake of the kingdom, here in this local community of Philippi, and I've spent myself in ministry to you, that mutual expenditure, that sacrifice in the pouring out of the drink offering, they, as our lives are spent in ministry, yield great joy. This is not a sacrifice that is gloomy, humdrum, or somehow weighing them down. Rather, it is the kind of thing that is life-giving. See, when you give your life to ministry, when you give your life to serving the Lord, when you give your life to serving others in the name of Christ, when you give your life to sharing Him, when you give your life to the study of His Word, when you give your life to putting Him at the center and ministering as His people within the community of His people and outside representing His people, it's cause for gladness. It's cause for great joy. You rally around the mission of ministry, and it produces life-giving joy. That's what he's saying. So, spendo yourself, as we said yesterday, but do it in part knowing it'll yield joy. Take care.